All right, everyone. Hello to the outside world and welcome to the reunion of Impulse Season 5. Tonight, it is Josh versus Danny. One of them will come out victorious. Let's start off by welcoming back our jurors. Starting with juror number 1. This is not the actual correct order they went out in. Esme. Juror number 2, Gabby. Juror number 3, Marvin. And the final juror that is here at the moment, the other 2 that are coming will be here in a few, I think. And the final juror is Vinny. And now, let's welcome back the 2 finalists this season and one of the winners, starting with the first finalist, Danny, and the other finalist, Josh. Josh versus Danny. What an epic season it has been. It is now time for one of you to be crowned the winner and sole survivor of Impulse season 5. Sorry. With that being said, it is time for the jurors' 30-minute question period. And yeah, that's how that'll work. Let me pull up the right thing. Hold on, give me just a sec. Okay, this is the right thing. All right, so the season 5 awards are up. I'm good. Everything's good. All right. So the first juror that will be asking a question, if they have any questions, and it will be one question for one juror one finalist at a time, is Esme. Esme, when I tell you to go ahead and ask your one question for one juror finalist, then your time will be present. Esme, go ahead.
Hi. Congrats on Final 2, first off. I guess my question is going to go to Danny. I saw more what Josh did and was interacting more closely with Josh. What would you say was the move that really got you this far into the game?
I do agree that it probably didn't seem like I was doing as much, but I think even Sean's mentioned before, I mean, I made probably the most amount of confessionals out of anybody. I was strategizing, and me and Josh were really working in individual chats. I don't think anybody really knew that we were working together for a majority of the game. But I'd say my one big piece to getting me here was building the alliances I did out of what I had left over from my initial alliance. Originally, I had Raymond, Nemo, Lauren, and Sean, and all of them except Nemo were like out really quick. And then eventually it came down to just me, Josh, Kevin, and Gianna. And I think in that final 7, getting us 4 to the final 4, 3 people that I actually did trust probably the most in this game, was definitely a big piece in getting me here.
All right, thank you, Danny. I'm gonna let Miles in just a moment. Sorry, gotta format that correctly. All right, so Miles will be the next juror to ask a question. Also, Esme, I will get back to you, and you can ask another question at a certain period. Miles, turn your camera off, please. All right, Miles, I'm going to go ahead and let you ask your question. And yes, you can only ask one of them this question for now, but when it gets back to you, if you want to come back and join, you can ask the other the same.
Okay, well, it's like a fast, 2-sentence answer for both of them.
You know, I'll let this one slide just because it's kind of
you know
a
my
gag
question.
It's not really a...
Well, okay, so my thing is, DC, Josh, congratulations on Final 2. You got your fame of making Final 2, and I got out, so I feel sad. You guys got to cheer me up and make me feel good about myself. What's your favorite things about me?
We'll go ahead. Since Danny has answered a question, Josh, you can go ahead.
Miles. my favorite thing about you, most favorite thing about you is the fact that I remembered that you're lactose free, dairy free. I believe you're like you can only eat fruits and vegetables basically, and meats, some meats. So that's my favorite thing about you is you get through that like a champion because I could not be able to do that. I'd be eating everything still. That's it.
All right, Danny, you can go ahead and answer the question. Sorry, I was muted.
Well, I obviously don't know Miles as well. I'm really new to this community, but from what I've known, Miles throughout the game was really open to working with me, even though I feel like he probably knew I wasn't necessarily on his side with the people he was aligned with, but he was always still talking to me, keeping in touch with me. And honestly, I think the thing I respect the most out of Miles is his confidence when it comes to basically doing anything I've seen him do, which is mostly related to this game. And he actually has the stuff to back it up, which you really don't always see.
All right, thank you, Danny. The next juror will be
Thank
Gabby.
you. I'm gonna leave the call. I'm gonna send my vote in DMs. Good luck.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Gabby.
Let's see. My question is gonna go to Josh. Like, I know that, first of all, congratulations, you killed it in comps, but this game is about more than just being good at comps. So what is something else aside from winning comps that you did to get yourself here?
All right, well, like Danny said earlier, I don't think anyone knew that I was working with Danny, but at one point or another, I had every single person in my ear at one point at a time. Many jurors have made it a very much like a thought that, hey, you need to get Josh out of this game or he's gonna win. I'm sitting here still, and everyone else that they were talking to, they're in jury. So obviously I had more than just comp wins because there was few weeks I didn't win anything. I stayed off the block. I was very social, very strategic with my moves, and that's what got me here. If it wasn't for comp wins, I would probably still be here because of my social game.
Alrighty, thank you, Josh. Thank you, Gabby. Next is Marvin.
What? Josh, you are there because of your social game. I will say that because I tried to get your ass out and nobody budged. The one time you got nominated, I believe, right? Second, whatever. But question. I'll give it to Danny. Obviously, Josh was pretty much connected with everybody, and I know you and I worked well together at times. I want to know, like, what was it, like, your biggest move that got you to this point without the help, essentially without Josh, just you, or you know what I mean?
I mean, I think I played a really good social game as well. I think making the connections that I made with certain people helped push me through the game. I was never really the center of controversy. I don't think I ever actually was. And that, never mind. That includes Josh. Sorry. But yeah, I think my social game helped. Early on in the game, I made good connections with good people. Unfortunately, not all of them were active, and that really hurt my game because when you only commit to one group of people, because I didn't want to commit to two, and I didn't want to break trust with one whole group of people. So when that group basically disintegrated, and it was just me and Nemo from the original 5, our backs were against the wall, and I had to kind of make connections with people, obviously still in the game, people like Gianna, Esme for a period of time. I started talking to more after that short period, and eventually Kevin, who we pulled in. So I think my social game helped push me through just as much as Josh's did.
Thanks, and congrats on making it final 2.
All right, thank you, Danny. Thank you, Marvin. And the next juror will be Vinny. Me spinning the wheels to see which finalist says their speech first. All right, go ahead.
I haven't asked any questions yet.
You will get your question when it is your turn.
Yeah, Megan, sit down. So first off, I want to commend both of you because we're gonna have our first male winner, and that's a fucking moment right there.
Good. Kind of
I
awkward.
don't know if any question will change my mind. Because I think there's one person that played the game extremely well, and there's one person who played a game. But my question is gonna be for. I'm gonna ask my iconic question I always ask. DC, this one's for you. Tell me why you think that Josh deserves to win this game.
I'm going to. Never mind. Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think Josh, despite sometimes being in the center of controversy, either with Vinny or with somebody else, he's been able to, like he said, make good social interactions with other people, make good game moves when he needed to, and he also won a ton of comps. And if he doesn't win all those comps, who knows what could have happened. He had powers. I know he had powers, and he used them, and he didn't bust every single one. He played a really good game, and I can't say that this was the one person I wanted to be sitting with, other than the fact that I love Josh. He did play a really good game, and I do feel the least comfortable sitting next to him.
All right. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Vinny.
Can
And
I answer that just in fairness?
in fairness, unfortunately, I'm going to have to say no because that's not how the final works. All right, Megan, it is your turn. Josh, if there is time and we get back to Vinny, if he wishes to ask that again to you.
Can you turn my video? Oh, thank you. Okay. Congrats, you two. Well, I have a bunch of questions for you, but I can't say that. Well, okay. So my other question is for Josh first. Then I'll go. If no, I'll say this. If you could take one person out of the final, if you could take Danny out of the final two, who would you replace him with?
Well, I did get to pick my final two, but if it wasn't me bringing Danny, I was bringing Gianna. My final four, like it was me, Danny, and Kevin to the end. So I would definitely have to say I would bring Gianna only because I feel like not only was it I would say easier to beat Gianna than it is to beat Danny, but also because Gianna and I have a past game. I feel like I almost owed her to bring her to the final two, just out of respect for my friendship. But unfortunately, I'll get back to the rest of that question in my final speech that I have written down.
All right, thank you, Josh. Thank you, Megan.
I say the same question is also for Danny too, but I guess I can wait.
Megan, we will get back to you. Please turn your camera off. All right. We will now go around. Please do not ask your question until prompted to if you have another one. Esme, do you have another question?
Yes.
Gabby, do you have another question?
Yes, I do.
Marvin, do you have another question?
Yes.
Vinny, do you have another question?
Yep.
And Megan, do you have another question?
Yes.
All right, we're bouncing back to Esme. Esme, go ahead with your next.
Okay, this one goes to Joshua. Joshua, well, I guess someone already kind of asked that. So let me just ask let me steal Vinny's original question because I know you wanted to answer that. Why do you think Danny should win?
All right, I wanted to answer this. I feel like it's definitely not fair. Like, why do you think Joshua went and return it? So I think Danny has a really good shot of winning, and he definitely played a social game. He was very social. I think one of his best moves was talking to me after I won that first cardio competition. Because I feel like he definitely saw the kind of player I was with my nominees. And we had actually had an alliance. It was called the Mega Boot Sluts.
You can say it on the live. I don't care, Josh.
No, thank you.
I was in that one.
Yeah, with Esme, Gianna, Danny, myself, Nemo. I might be it. And that we actually formed that after the first week, and the call right afterwards, we formed that alliance. So he was definitely very social. He won 1 or 2 competitions, and three. He won 3 competitions. And he definitely had powers as well, because we were telling each other the powers we have.
All right, thank you, Esme and Josh. Also, thank you for that reminder of that alliance name. I am officially changing an award because we forgot the name of that alliance. So thank you for that, Esme.
There were so
and
many
Josh.
alliances.
Anyways, let me do something really fast. Let me fix this. Okay. The next juror is Gabby. Gabby, you can go ahead. Sorry about that.
All right, let's see, Danny. I've heard a lot about your social game, but at least where I'm concerned, you didn't have one with me. So why should I vote for you despite that?
So very early on in this game, I don't know how many people know this, but my number one, like surprisingly during week 1 or around that time, was Raymond. I don't know anybody here. Like, please remember, I'm a rookie, not just to this, but this is only my second org. So I don't know any of you guys. So Raymond makes some comments. It sounds like he knows some of the people, and he basically broke down his last game, and it seemed like he had been eliminated by fault of having too much loyalty. So early on in a game where I don't know anybody, I need loyalty. Unfortunately, we had spoken about something that I had talked to Vinny about in private. I will admit I went out of that conversation and told Raymond. And unfortunately, Raymond just didn't keep it quiet, and it kind of turned into this big whole thing. And then I had heard from somebody, I honestly cannot remember who, told me that you were telling Vinny that I was like making stuff up or something. And I'm not sure who told me that, but just hearing that you may have been talking about me just kind of made me think that you might be working with Vinny. And at that point, I think me and Vinny had kind of drawn a line in the sand. So that is the honest reason why I didn't like keep trying to stay in touch with you.
Right. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Gabby. The next juror is Marvin.
Hi. I guess this is gonna go to Danny. Like, you can answer it with as much as you want, since I know you still have your final speech. But why do you deserve my vote over Josh?
Marvin, I know you're going to kill me, but I am going to veto that question, as it is a final speech question, and he will answer that in the final speech. But if you have another question, you can ask that now.
Can I think about this other question before?
I
and let the
will-
others?
Do you care if I come back to you after?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just come back to me.
All right, yeah, perfect. All right, Vinny, go ahead. Vinny? Oh, you're eating.
Munch, munch.
Vinny, I'm gonna need you to hurry. Pick up the pace, buddy. Vinny, I need you to hurry. Pick up the pace, buddy. Nobody can hear you.
We can't hear you.
Nobody can hear you. Jurors have 13 minutes left. I'm gonna move.
No, hurry, Vinny. I can hear you.
I'm gonna move on to Megan. Megan, go ahead and ask your question.
All right. My question is for Danny now, since I asked this just if you could take someone out of Josh's place, who would it be?
Strategy wise, since I was in the position to possibly win, Josh's Cavs are apparently stronger than mine. If I was in that position, I honestly was leaning towards taking Kevin, if not Josh, only because I think I had a more emotional connection with Kevin over Gianna. Plus, I had brought in Kevin really late in the game, so I knew he was loyal to me. And also, I didn't think he played as complete of a game, considering he was really inactive for a period of time.
All right. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Danny. We will go back to Vinny. And Vinny, stop arguing with me. Thank you. Or I'll remove you from the jury. Not actually, but a threat is cute.
You want to fight? I can't turn on my camera, ho. Whatever.
You don't need your camera. It's not about you. It's about the
Okay, but everyone else has. Anyways, so as I was trying to say before, like when I was muted, Esme took my other question, and then whatever question Gabby asked kind of answered another question I had. So I have to come up with a completely new one. So Josh, how are you doing?
You know what? I was making Pico earlier, and then I went for a Troll Drive because I got gassy again because this was nerve-wracking as bad words. So I'm doing great now.
Good.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Vinny, thank you for wasting the time to ask that irrelevant question. Marvin, if you are ready.
Literally 11 minutes, Josh.
That was a waste of a question.
Thank you, Marvin. I'm glad someone agrees.
But I guess this can be answered by either one of the finalists. I don't care who answers it. Is there anything in this game that you regret or anything that you wish you would have done differently?
All right, so since he's going to let either of you answer, do either of you prefer to answer this question? No? Okay. Marvin, randomly
Josh
select
just-
Josh or Danny.
Josh just unmuted.
Okay, I'll answer
Okay,
it.
go ahead, Josh.
Honestly, no, I don't regret a single thing in this game because I think, anyways, I think that I played the game well, socially, strategic, and physically. I will say the one thing I would regret if I had to pick something was using my Atlas Rock on Marvin, not knowing that he was going to put me up 2 weeks later.
Alrighty. Okay. So hold on. All right. So, jurors, I think you have all asked enough questions. As every juror, Megan, please do not argue with me. As each juror has already got to ask a minimum of 2 questions, we are going to go ahead and go into the final speech part of this. Now, before we get to final speeches, I want to say that you guys need to be respectful of each finalist. They both have played amazing games. You guys can't know everything from everyone's game. That's a part of the game. I have directed them on everything they are allowed to do. Each of them gets 15 minutes. They can use it however. Now, you are not, and I'm saying this because I have the authority to say this, you are not allowed to base your vote on the amount of time they used for their final speech, period. So if you come and you say, I'm voting Josh because he took the whole 15 minutes and Danny only said 2 minutes of words or whatever, or however you want to say it, I don't care. That's not going to be allowed. That's just, in my opinion, that's not fair. Just that's all I need to say. This is randomly selected who is going to go first, and the first finalist that will be making their final speech is Josh. Josh, your time starts now.
Okay, first off, I just want to say thank you to production for inviting me back for my second season, and thank you all for playing alongside with me. Coming in this game, I was second boot on my original season. So I was like, I don't know if I'm going to know anyone, if anyone's going to remember me. So I kind of looked like I was going to be a pretty early boot, just because people don't know me. But then I started making those social connections. Like I said in my question, sorry, let me give my I started making social connections, and that really helped me get through the first stage of the game. I had to create a lot of bonds. I was socially connected to every single one of you in some way or another throughout this game. Had to be at the beginning of the game, late game, or in the middle. I was not even scared in this game at all until Marvin put me up when I was unavailable to make the game. And even then I wasn't so scared because I knew I had Danny, Gianna, Kevin, and that's it. Voting me to stay, and that should be enough just in itself. I was against Esme at that point, and I didn't know how Esme was socially. Every single juror, just about, that left through the doors warned you all to get me out. I will say that that power that was used, the secret veto, Danny used that on me. And that helped me get through that stage of the game on the double eviction, because I most likely would have gone in the double eviction saying I was not allowed to compete in any challenges. Being well-rounded, social, strategically, and I just said strong to have a third S. I believe that I proved all these in this game, and I deserve to be the first male winner of Impulse. I won 9 competitions. Most of them were the cardiology competition, but I did win 1 of each of the 3 competitions. And the final 4 of the game, that was me, Danny, Gianna, and Kevin. That was like my ride or dies right there. But Danny was ultimately my ride or die. So the only 2 people you could say that I did snake in the game were Gianna and Kevin, but I was loyal to them this whole game as well. So I don't even know if you can really say a snake them, saying Danny was my final 2 from the very beginning of the game. I wouldn't say that I wasn't loyal. Like I said, I was very loyal to those who were loyal to me, and even more to people that weren't loyal to me. Marvin. I told Danny about every single one of my powers. He told me about every single one of his powers, I do believe, at one point in the game. And I chose to take him because I was not wanting to play a pussy game. I wasn't wanting to take who I thought I could beat easily at the end. I wanted a little bit of competition at the end still, because this is a game, and I am very, very confident in my games and what I've done in this game to go against Danny and still win. No matter what was going on in the game, I was in people's ears, left and right, up and down, talking to people all night, making sure that I wasn't going on the block and I wasn't going home. I was only on the block, minus the one I was auto-nominated, I was only on the block 2 times. Or 2 times. One against Esme, and then once again Marvin, both those going against me. Okay, so then I want to take you down memory lane. This is my last thing on here. The first 3 weeks, I won cardiologist. And at that point, I was like, oh, shoot. I won 3 competitions. 4 competitions, because I won 2 in that third one. So I won 4 competitions within the first 3 episodes, within the first 3 days of the game. And I was like, I need to lay low. So what I did is, you'll notice if you look back, I did not win a competition for the next 2 or 3 weeks because I just want to lay low. I still did okay in the competition, so it didn't look like I was just throwing them. But I did lay low for a little bit, and I put all my trust into Danny, Gianna, Kevin, and at that point Raymond, when he was still in the game. So I would say that my social game really did me in there, because
Josh, you have 10 minutes.
thank you, because I otherwise would probably not have made it very far if I wasn't so social and strategic on who was going out what week. And I had to say in basically everyone's eviction, except for Esme, as I was on the block right next to you. I thought I put this in here for a little funny. Remember the time that I shouted that I was gassy? Twice now on the middle of the live. I was really putting in everything. I didn't care what I was saying, who I was saying it to. Danny, get that look off your face. We were just talking about how I get so anxious in these games, and that's my only way of like letting the anxiousness out. Other than that, that's all I have, because most of my game was shown to you and on YouTube, other than me being strategic and social. So good luck, Danny, and that's it.
All right. Thank you, Josh. Good luck, Josh. Danny, after you plead your case, each juror that is here will cast a vote. After the jurors cast their votes, I will say a little spiel of stuff that I need to say. And then I will officially read off the votes. And you, or Josh, will be the first male winner of Impulse. Danny, your final speech time starts now.
Well, first I want to say thank you to everybody who helped make this game what it is, players, production team. As I said before, this is just my second org on Facebook, and this is the first org I've ever done that's not Survivor. I only watch Survivor. I only do Survivor anything. I don't watch Big Brother. I don't know what the hell it even was up until like a few years ago. So I was not accustomed to whatever all of this is, and it made it even worse coming into the game, not knowing a single person. Seeing vets versus rookies alone just made me think I'm screwed. And then finding out that even some of the rookies, that just meant they're rookies to this org. They still have some connections. I didn't know a single person, and it really kind of made me more reserved initially, and then I realized kind of that could help elevate my game in a way. My first alliance, as I had said, was with Raymond, Nemo, Lauren, and Sean. Lauren was inactive and got booted second. Sean got the wheel. Nemo, first member of the jury. And Raymond's, I'm sure production saw my confessionals about that, but it didn't work out. And the reason my initial target early on was honestly Vinny. And the one reason it was Vinny is because I could tell just based on talking to him that he seemed to know this game specifically. He knows a lot of the people. He even knew some of the competitions. I mean, it wasn't ever anything personal. I don't know if it ever came off as personal, but that was my first main target. And that was a big target in my eyes, at least, because he knows all this and he's done a lot of it. And that's a threat. And that's definitely a threat to me, somebody who doesn't know this game, doesn't know these people. Then once that first alliance completely got washed out, I had my back against the wall. And then me and Nemo were the last two left of that initial alliance. I tried bringing in Esme, Gianna, and then I brought in Kaysen a little later on, and I did bring in Josh. And I knew at that point, after my initial team or alliance, had completely gotten washed out, I knew I needed somebody with experience on my side and somebody who would be a threat. Josh won all those initial competitions. So of course, my eyes moved to Josh. And he's not to the level of competing with these competitions that I thought Miles was. I thought Miles was just destroying all of them. I could be wrong with the numbers, but I thought Miles was a bigger challenge threat specifically. And then Vinny knew, like I said, all that about the game. So I thought Josh was kind of a perfect balance. And I did work with him a lot in individual chats, talked a lot, strategized a lot. And there's even a lot that Josh didn't know because I was doing so much in my confessionals. I'm not as reserved as I come off in these Zoom calls and even sometimes the chats. I mostly talk when I need to. Sometimes that's a fault. Sometimes it's good. And I feel like in this game, although people see it maybe as a flaw, I kind of use it to my advantage. I was never the center of controversy. I think Josh was at times, and I think him fighting for my cause on my behalf and the rest of the alliance helped me because this controversy doesn't do anything.
You have 10 minutes, Danny.
I'm at 10 minutes?
You're below it now, but yeah.
Okay. So having Josh, yes, he was a threat. And yes, people I know were questioning the entire time why people were bringing Josh along. It's because we had that solid alliance. We didn't want to break it. And I do feel confident enough in my game to beat Josh. And I don't think that I'm coming in here easily. I know Josh knows you guys better, has experience, but I am really proud to be a rookie making it to the final two and representing the rookies. And I've been as truthful as I can possibly be tonight. I did not play the cleanest of games. I knew coming into this, especially with my back against the wall so early, I was going to have to get a little bloody in order to get to where I am now. And none of it was ever in malice. It was all strategy. For example, taking out Miles. I love Miles. But like I said, he's a huge competition threat. So I can't keep somebody like that in. And I would hope that he would respect that. Marvin is another person who I could tell was big in this community, knew a lot of people, had a lot of connections. And that's probably why I didn't work with him more than just talking here and there. So I hope that most of you now can kind of get a better gaze of what I was doing this whole season. And just because I wasn't loud or flashy or, talking the most doesn't mean that I wasn't playing the game the most. And I do feel like out of everybody here, I came into this game saying I was going to win, even though I knew I had a huge journey ahead of me. And I feel like I did play the best game. And that's all I got to say.
All right, thank you both. It is now, for the final time of the season, time to vote. Whew. I got a lot to say after we vote. Each juror will be called one at a time to vote. Please do not vote until I call your name, and you will PM me the vote on Zoom. Do not vote in your production chats. They are no more. They're invalid. Nobody's looking at them any longer. I need your votes PM to me on Zoom. Please, for the love of God, do not reveal your vote before I reveal your vote. That will piss me off more than anything in this world, as I am the host, and it is the most upbringing honor, especially with this huge milestone, for me to reveal my winner, as always. I will allow each juror to say congrats or whatever they wish, as long as they're not revealing or saying who they voted for. And you cannot say I'm voting for the person, and make it clear who you're voting for. So if you were to say, I'm voting for the person that's name starts with a J, that's the biggest example I got. But don't
That's Josh.
overdo it. But like I said, good luck, Danny. Good luck, Josh. Megan, please cast your vote.
I was like, congrats to you both and good luck.
Y'all got me over here crying. I'm not crying, you're crying. Sheesh. All right, thank you, Megan. Marvin, please cast your vote.
Good luck, Josh.
Good luck, Danny.
Why am I nervous? Marvin, I need your vote.
Sorry, I was typing it out.
Okay, do you want me to read what you said?
Yeah.
All right,
Well,
Marvin
you're not
said,
gonna read it now. You can read it when you reveal the vote.
I don't want to read it when I reveal the vote. I'll read
Well,
it now.
too bad.
Congrats to the final two. Both played very well games, but I do see that there was one game that outshined the other in my eyes. For that reason, I have voted for the person that is a clear known person in this blank, blank, blank who killed it. It's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop reading that because it's where his vote comes from.
Wow, Sean, breaking your own rule.
Yeah, way to give it away, Sean.
Yeah, way to give it away, Sean.
Well, I couldn't
You
read
should
that
have
when
said the final.
I
when you revealed
couldn't.
the vote.
I could not read that when I read the votes because it's just not how you do it. Vinny, please cast your vote now.
I just want to say congrats to the first ever male winner.
Also, I just want to say that y'all could have your votes already typed out. You know the vote's coming to you.
That's what I
Yeah,
did.
I'm if I get the first male winner. Woo woo.
Alrighty. And Next is Gabby. Please cast your vote.
Congrats to whoever wins. You deserve it.
And finally, the final vote of the season. Esme, cast that vote.
I'm voting for someone who uses he, him pronouns. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, girl. I'm dying over here.
Well, you obviously aren't voting for Sean.
Just dead.
I voted for Gabby.
Oh, goodness gracious. All right, I'm going to organize the votes and I will be back with what I need to say.
To win, not well, wait, yeah.
All right. I just want to say thank you, everyone that was a part of this season, including pre-jury, for the most amazing season to date for Impulse. 5 seasons in, and I'm shook. I don't know how to express it. I don't know how to say thank you guys enough. This org has been nothing but my baby since day one. I created this org for a safe place for all and a great game, a fun game. And honestly, when I rank my seasons after this season, y'all have created one of the best seasons I've ever seen played out, whether it be Survivor, whether it be Big Brother, or whether it be Impulse. Josh and Danny, I'm gonna head over to you two. Josh, well played, friend. I've known you for some time now. The very first time I met you, you actually was playing one of my games and you won. So it'll be kind of fun to see you win Impulse. And then Danny, I met you and I immediately said, he's the winner of this season. For you to be sitting in Final 2 means a lot. I really had high hopes for you and you really impressed. Great confessionals. Every single day we at least got one confessional from you, whether it was a down day or a day we were actually filming. And I applaud you for that. And I applaud you for such a great gameplay. And you are 100% an all-star of Impulse. With that being said, for the final time tonight, or for this season, I will read the votes. Once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person with the most votes will be the winner of Impulse Season 5. Tonight, you want to see your name written down.
Turn your camera on then.
I will in a second. Once the votes are read, once again, the decision is final, but once the vote is read furthermore, you guys are all going to want to stick around for the awards because everyone here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has received one award at least. And after the awards, the final thing tonight, we will reveal the trailer for season 6 live to you all, and you are all, or most of you, I believe all again, are featured in the trailer. So you're all gonna wanna stick around and hang out for a minute. It will not take long, but I am now revealing the vote. Gabby has casted her vote for Josh to win. Give me just a second.
Oh my God, Sean.
I wrote Gabby for Gianna. Gianna has casted her vote for Danny to win. Vinny has casted his vote for Josh to win. Kevin has casted his vote for Danny to win. Right now it's 2-2 with a couple more votes to go. I don't know how many are left, or I'd say. Marvin has casted his vote for Josh to win. Megan has casted her vote for Danny to win. 3 votes left. Nemo has casted his vote for Josh to win. Miles has casted his vote for Josh to win. Esme has casted her vote for, and the winner of Impulse Season 6. Whew, congratulations. Josh, you are officially next and first
5.
of Impulse.
Good game, Danny.
Congrats, Josh. And
Hey, Sean,
you-
isn't
you-
this season
you also
5?
did well, Danny.
What?
Isn't this
Season
season 5?
5.
Did I say 6?
Yeah.
We've been planning season 6 all day.
Oh,
I have
congrats.
been.
Are you just
So-
saying that Josh is also winning season 6?
Period. Josh will not be in season 6 like he wants to be, but it's okay.
I want to be in season 6. I'm a perfect.
Congrats, Josh.
All right, y'all. It is time for your favorite part of the seasons, your awards.
Kidding.
Now,
Kidding.
as I've said, you've all here, and I know for a fact because I just checked it, at least have gotten one award. If you have not gotten more than one award,
Period.
don't cry about it. If you're not one of the host favorites, don't cry about it. Genuinely pick out our favorites based on who we truly think our favorite was. Vinny, yes, I will allow you to. Please do not interrupt me while I reveal the winners of the awards. It will be on a slideshow because I'm good enough to waste my time for y'all. All right. So I'm going to officially share my screen for you all. All right. The first award is Best Alliance Name, and you read it. It's going to pop up on your screen. It goes to That Great Alliance. I would have revealed it secretly, but
Mega Fox Floats.
it's
Mega
kind of-
fuck the looks. What?
Yeah.
that
What?
featured, I don't know who, I don't remember, but I know Esme was in it, Josh was in it, and that's all I remember.
I think
Danny, Nemo, and Gianna.
The Best Strategic Alliance is
The host. That's good.
Four Musketeers,
That's
featuring
awesome.
Josh, Danny, Gianna, and Kevin. They made it clear to the end. What can I say? That's the best strategic alliance. The hero of the season. This was truly, truly hard to pick out because none of you are really heroes. But there's one person that we will always stick with being a hero, and
Gianna.
she is an iconic queen, Gabby.
Oh.
Congrats, Gabby.
The villain of the season, this is going to come as no surprise, is Josh.
What?
Period.
The next award goes to two people because we truly could not decide on this, but the most robbed players of the season are Gabby and Sean P. They were the
Yeah.
two rocked out this season.
I was robbed. What the heck?
Period.
You were not robbed as bad
No,
as
I
I
got
give
robbed
that-
at no eviction. That's robbed.
I don't care if you went out on a double eviction.
I was more than
You
you
didn't go
were
out.
making.
You didn't go out in rocks. I'd hate to go out in rocks. I'd rather go out in a double eviction. All right. Anyways, don't argue with the awards. The worst move, Esme, please do not kill me, but it does go to you. Unfortunately, when you expose your alliance, or you turn on both of your alliances,
Thank you.
you kind of
Thank you.
screw your game. And so, honestly,
Period.
you had the worst move. We love you.
Thank you for this award.
The
Raymond.
MUPOTS, or most underrated player of the season, goes to the one, the only Nemo. Saw, dudes, in honor of
Good
him
pot.
being here. I didn't do it.
Absolutely.
He does it better, but anyways, he couldn't be here tonight.
The most underrated host, Zach.
The next award is my favorite player of the season. And if this comes as a surprise, well, I'm sorry. You're all thinking it's Vinny. You're incorrect. Danny DC is 100% hands down my favorite this season. Played the game
Period.
exactly like I thought he would. I thought he'd win. Josh just came creeping up and got him. But Danny, nonetheless, one hell of a game. I'm so proud of you. And congrats on second place.
Thank you.
Next up will be Zach's favorite. And honestly, I'm just going to say exactly what he said for this. Josh, you are Zach's favorite.
I
He said
knew it. I
he's
knew
your
it.
favorite. You can be his favorite. Since Casey is here, Casey's favorite is next. Casey, if you want to go ahead and present your favorite, you
No, you can just do it. I don't need to say anything.
Well, fine then. Casey's favorite player this season is Marvin. I don't know why. She don't say why, but Marvin, you're her favorite.
Why?
Because Marvin's hot.
Oh,
Marvin definitely
Just because
has a
you
fan
like
club.
you in
I'm
the
part of that
lives you
fan
were
club there, Dan.
quiet.
Oh, I forgot to sorry Casey, don't get mad I'm interrupting you. I forgot to clarify, and I should have done this before the votes were in. Something Danny said in his final speech, I wanted to clarify just to be fair. Josh had 9 comp wins, which was the most this season. Congrats on that, Josh. But Miles had 8, and if it were for him not going home when he would have, I would say he would have at least had 10 to 11 comp wins like he did his previous season. So with
Well,
that being
clearly I
said,
just suck at
the
counting.
next award is
No.
the comp
Hold
beast.
Hold on. Didn't let Casey finish.
Casey, go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. I'm used to it. No, you were just like, from what I saw, you were just really quiet, like during comps and in Zooms, and that's how I was in my original season. So that's just, and you give Sean sassy comebacks, and so do I. So that's why you were my favorite.
Oh my goodness.
Period on that.
All right, well, that was tea. Enough tea for one night. Anyways, no, I'm joking. With that being said, though, the next award is the Comp Beast. Josh, I don't want you to get mad that we're placing you with this person, but me and Casey all thought it was fair when we came up with the awards, and it was before Miles was eliminated. But the Comp Beast of the season is Josh and Miles. And as I said before, if Miles would have stayed in, I think.
But Sean, I beat a football player in the endurance competition.
That's iconic.
But Miles had more, but
Um,
Miles had more
Player
wins in
off
less
surface.
time.
Miles had
Miles-
more wins last game, and Miles still holds the record for most comp wins at 12. So,
Like
Go on.
ever, or like in a season.
In a
ever,
whole season.
in a whole season.
He has 20 comp wins now.
Yes, and he still holds the complete record, no matter
I
what.
have 11.
The duo of the season, this is not true. Ignore this. We didn't know.
See, we hit it so well.
We did not know that Josh and Danny were a duo, really.
We hit it so
So
well.
with that being said, we did have it as Marvin and Miles, but it is Josh and Danny. I'm sorry, Marvin and Miles.
Bye,
Me and-
Marvin.
And don't ask why we thought y'all were working together. We just kind of thought y'all were working together. I don't know if that's true or not.
They were.
Oh, the
It's
thing
probably
was,
the Kevin thing.
I had to play nice with Miles because I was playing a different game with him, but I knew that he needed
Yeah.
to go at some
Oh, yeah,
point.
that is true.
And I called that out, Marvin.
All right. If y'all cannot pick out the rival of the season, there's a big issue. The rival of
Okay,
the
we
season
all know
is
it's
Josh.
Marvin and Josh, right?
It's definitely Josh and Vinny. All
I'm sorry, baby.
I'm gonna say is y'all are boring and weird. No, I'm joking.
Who? Me and Vinny or everyone else?
You and
This
Vinny.
no, you cannot say out of every season we've had, you cannot say this is the most boring season or anything.
I
in this season
didn't.
was
When did
boring.
I said you and
You literally
Josh
praised
are
this season.
boring.
Nuh-uh. Because Vinny and I are kings.
I said Josh and Vinny were boring as a joke, and they can't handle jokes. Anyways, the
Oh,
next
yeah.
award is
We're
most
rivals.
entertaining. The next award is most entertaining, and as you all have heard, Danny had the most confessionals. However, we don't want to be tacky giving him most entertaining and another award that he's going to receive later tonight. So the most entertaining goes to Marvin, putting Josh up when 2 weeks after he had played the Atlas Rock to save him. We thought that was like a funny move. We loved that move. We thought it was so entertaining. He also had the fight with Vinny. I don't know.
Me
Marvin
talking
was
about
just
my guests entertaining.
The best confessional of the season.
Josh.
Obviously, Danny.
Nope, Josh.
No, not at all.
I gave a total of like 2.
The final, well, actually, before I get to the final award of the season, the fan favorite of the season, it is official. Congratulations, Megan. You are officially the fan favorite after spamming everyone's PMs, including production. Congrats. And the final award, y'all can come at us. You can throw swords at us. You can throw knives at us, darts at us, whatever you wish. The player of the season. None of you are gonna guess it, so don't try. The player of the season. It's who?
It's Danny.
It's Joshy Poo.
You're all incorrect. Vinny is the player of the season.
Oh, boo. He won
Let
one
me-
competition.
Let me
It's rigged.
explain. Vinny.
Draw my laptop.
Vinny.
Bye.
Okay, so in Vinny's original season, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing this and I'll explain and then I'll get to the next thing I have tonight. In Vinny's original season, he went unnommed completely. Like he never once got nominated. This season, he was nominated quite a bit and still kept surviving and surviving and pushing and pushing. So therefore, we just said that he was the best. Also, whoever's writing on the screen and annotating, I need you to stop because I can't stop sharing my screen otherwise.
It's Marvin, that silly boy.
Okay.
I will just say this. There was plenty of times, especially like towards the middle end-ish area where I was like, I'm over this. Something needs to change. But I kept fighting and I literally was banking on that the roast the host to change the game and it didn't for me. But I had a good time and I played with my heart. That's all I
Alrighty,
wanted.
y'all. Sorry, Vinny, I'm interrupting because we do have to end the night soon. It is official. Season 5 is done, in the books, written, and put away. Next season, Disney Nick Takeover. Interesting. Production has been hard at planning this all day long, and the teaser is coming at you live right in a few seconds.
Can we apply?
You, unfortunately, the players this season, we are officially saying no to, just because the twist ideals we have on the table involve you guys not being here. So I'm sorry, but there are
Can we
four
come back and
other,
host
let's say
now?
there are 4 other returnees that applied way before any of you even had the chance to, and they took priority. You also got to play, especially the returnees this season. Y'all got to play this season and they didn't. So we were honestly just telling them, since, hey, you didn't get to, the will didn't pick you, go ahead and come on this season and apply and we'll let you in. So we basically kind of handed them the season, but it does go with one of the twist ideals. So don't be salty, don't be a hater. Anyways, I'm now gonna share my screen for the final time tonight for this amazing trailer or teaser or whatever.
That's scary.
Ew!
Penny, please don't talk.
That's around.
All right, y'all. That wraps that up. Season 6, July 21st. We hope to see you all there watching. And when the 20 new and some past players come back or join the game for the first time, we cannot wait. This season is hard at being planned right now. And really fast while we're on the Zoom. Bob, turn your camera on really fast.
Bye.
Keep your camera on, you lame-o. I need to
You can't get it on.
He turned it on for like a split second. Anyways, Bob is in the audience tonight. I just want to recognize him and say welcome to the production team. We are so excited for you to be replacing Vinny. And yes, he really truly is replacing Vinny. And we cannot wait to
I did too.
what you bring to the table and what you have to offer. When you asked me, I immediately knew I wanted you on the team. I didn't even have to ask Casey and Zach if I wanted you here because I really didn't care what they thought for this matter. I was just like, I'm saying yes, don't care, done, point blank period. But anyways, to the viewers for the final time this season, I will see you all July 21st for the next premiere of Impulse. And then the biggest announcement yet.
Thank you, Beard, for the favorite band.
Bye.
If y'all could stop interrupting, because this is kind of big for all of you. After season,
All-Stars.
okay, Megan. Okay, I'll remember that for what I'm about to announce.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
After season 6 comes season 7. Season 7 will be the very last season I host of Impulse.
No,
And
it won't. You're
will-
lying.
I promise you I am not lying, and it will be at All Stars. So you all have potential to be there, and yeah, that's kind of the biggest thing going on in Impulse. Unfortunately, the reason we are doing away with Impulse is because there are just bigger, better things that I want to do in the org community and new stuff I want to host. And so I will be around. I'm not done hosting. My legacy is not done yet. I am not retiring by any means. I am just retiring Impulse for now. So to the viewers, see you July 21st for season 6, Disney Nick Takeover, and then we'll see what happens with that season. So far, I will say, I think with the application pool, we will have a next female winner of Impulse, saying that there are only like 3 male applicants so far that have applied. So with that being said, we probably will have another female winner. And also, one last time, Josh, first male winner, making history in Impulse. Congratulations.
As
Wear the
usual.
crown and wear with honor.
I'd
But
won a Burger King and asked you for a crown.